Was geht ab, Alien Savages? Und willkommen zu einer weiteren Episode Good Old Lass uns reden. Today, I have a feeling it's gonna be really triggering for some of you. So, huge trigger warning! Trigger warning goes out in the land. So, sit back. Fasten your Ferdi podcast seatbelt, buckle up, because we're going on a ride. I have a lot of notes, because there's so much hate in the comments anyways, so just by me being me, I trigger the fuck out of people, because I am in my power, and nowadays, there is, I really keep my ego in check, I really make sure there is no ego coming through, and I have a big support team, friends, that watch my content closely and give me feedback. That the haters don't get to me, but I get actual feedback of people who actually see me. So this is just really triggering for many, and I get it. When someone steps more in their power and someone doesn't and don't know how, of course, it's like, I need help. I want that too, but they don't communicate it like that. They're like hating, being jealous, and disguising it with blah, 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 blah. And don't get me wrong, I see there's a lot of constructive criticism as well. Like, my bullshit meter is so sharp. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm dealing with this for a while. I see vibrations. So it's always this funny thing when I'm not in my power, when I get a real hard hit, like when I was in the hospital 2020, everyone loves me. I'm like, everyone loves me, but I'm dying. And then I recover and step in my power, and we're like, wait a second, no, you were down on the floor next to me, lay back here, how dare you to rise up. Bleh. And with ayahuasca, first that I was really down, I got a lot of love, and now I'm stepping in my full potential again, and it's triggering the shit out of people. And this here is not I'm in my power, flexing. No, this is here's my hand. This is an invitation. This is a safe space where you can, first of all, purge all the stuff in the comments, so let it all out. And now I talk about it, and we're causing realization rising up together, so you, my friend, can step more in your power. Can I get a hello there? Let's take a deep breath. Fully exhale. And deep inhale. And I know many alien savages, they're just loving the stuff. They're in their individual power and they're feeling me. And also many are watching that are not, and they're just hating. And I want to speak to you in this podcast today, that I have so much love for you, because I wasn't in my power for a lot of my life as well. It's there's no shame about it. There's nothing anyone did wrong. It's to wake up that we can all step in our power, and that you allow yourself. This vibration is actually an invitation. And that you maybe take a deep breath, as we always do. Why do you think we take deep breath? To have this momentary pause, to actually come to realization. Maybe you get a meditation practice to come to realization within yourself that what I'm representing, what many are hating, I see a lot of the vibration of jealousy. I'm a symbol for that if I can do it, you can do it. It's not that I'm special or anything, or we're all special. Pretending we're not. And if I can do it, you can do it. And here's my hand, brother. Here's my hand, sister. So purge it all out. get it all out of your system. This is a sober ayahuasca ceremony where I cause hardcore realization and then it triggers it all up. You can vomit it in the comments or wherever, and we can talk about it. And there's no fighting back. There's just like understanding where are we coming from, what is the underlying vibration, because it's all energy. And whatever people are saying on the surface, I can see right through it. You cannot hide anything. All right, so how shall we start this podcast? Because I've, a big thing that is going to trigger people, I feel like a lot. I feel like this already triggered a lot of people, so we're already in it. So let's maybe start with something soft before... So we get like some easy lifting out of the way and then we do some heavy lifting. How does that sound like? All right, so let me catch you up. I'm still feeling really grounded. Feels so good to be back. Like yesterday I had a really good day. 2 days ago, the emotional breakdown, when I talked about that was really rough. Oh my God, really, really rough. Yesterday, it was really nice. It's like right now I have big ups and downs. And it's really powerful to see that it gets better. Meaning this whole emotional stuff, that my heart is so open, is new for me. So I don't know that it gets better, And I'm like 2 days ago, I had a really rough day. I talked about it, emotional breakdown, watch it. Oh my God. And now, the next day was actually so good. So now I see emotional processes like workouts, like from my masculine, like I'm going in the gym, like now talking about emotions, like I'm gonna get this out of my system, I'm gonna get through this. Yeah, it's gonna suck, maybe the entire day, but tomorrow I'm out of this and I'm even stronger. And with strong, I mean like same as gentle, same as soft. Like, may you be strong enough to be gentle, to be soft. But like, this is for me is the real strength. Like, doing heavy squats in the gym is like so easy. Like, people are like, oh, I work out so hard. Like, do you know how easy it is to train until muscle failure? Like, this is the easiest shit ever. Actually opening your heart and being vulnerable and processing your feelings and then also sharing them, like that is the actual heavy lifting. So if you allow yourself to do that, it's tough as fuck. So it's important to know, like for me, it gets better. So this is now a great reminder when I have a really rough day again, like a 9 out of 10, like 2 days ago. I remember the next day, I watch a sunrise of a grateful universe and the sun actually comes out. There is no eternal darkness. And I actually had a really good day yesterday. I just want to adjust the angle for a sec. And we're back. So I'm feeling healthier. I went to the gym. I went to the hairdresser. I played board games with my friends. I went to Inner Walk. I want to talk about that. As I said, I committed to 3 days Inner Walk for 1 hour. If you don't know Inner Walk, you walk back and forth. It's a walking meditation. It's a free place here on the island where you can just walk back and forth. For people like me who cannot sit still. And higher self is like, you need to meditate. You need a solid meditation practice. Inner Walk is perfect. And you can also do it in your garden, in the woods, in your home, just a long enough distance that you don't constantly need to turn, like 20 meters or so. And then you just slowly walk back and forth, have like a empty gaze in front of your feet, like don't look around too much, and just walk back and forth. Because sitting down meditation sometimes like freaks me out. Because sometimes I'm like getting frustrated, I'm like, I'm just sitting here. Whereas walking meditation, at least I'm walking. So this is great. Especially here on the island where you don't walk so much naturally, because it's pretty sedentary because you're on the scooter like a lot. I mean, it depends on your lifestyle, but like in Berlin, I walk more, and because they're like sidewalks, and I ride my bicycle. Like here, no sidewalks really. So you can make like habits of going to the beach and stuff, and walking my dog. Like this is what I do, or a walking meditation to like get your steps in. But this is something when people come to Kopangan newly, they're like, I don't walk at all. I'm like, yeah, you need to like make a conscious effort to walk. So yesterday I committed to an hour. This was my first hour. And I'm going to continue today. So let's talk about yesterday. Every Monday, there's a free introduction, and they do a 4-day workshop of 4 days for 4 hours. So I joined the introduction to just hold myself accountable. And I wasn't the biggest fan because if I'm stuck in a sharing round, I just cannot do it any longer. And then if someone talks about life, I just cannot do it any longer because I like quote unquote know life. I need to do life, if that makes sense. Like for example, I cannot talk about meditation practice. I needed to actually do it. So he was going on, and then I'm like, I can feel my body, you know, like following your highest excitement. Expansive. This is your excitement versus constriction. Like you're not following your flow. You're not following your joy in your body, whatever you want to call it. So I could feel like this constriction. I'm like, okay, now I could sit here, and then I don't want to do this anymore because I've done it too many times, and then it's so not nice to shake it off. If I sit in something where my body don't want to be. You're a free soul. Freedom is our birthright. You can just walk away. You don't have to justify yourself. So that's what I did. I slowly stood up and I went to the platform and I already started walking. And I was so proud of myself. Like, yeah, good job, Ferdi. And it's also nice to show others, like, hey, you're free. You can do whatever. And, you know, no front against the sharing round and the explanation. It's amazing. They did a really good job. It's just, I've heard these things too many times. Like once you're like here on the island and you join a bunch of workshops, eventually you're like, okay, I don't want to hear the same things anymore about embodiment and stuff. I want to like be embodied and do like dancing or whatever, like cuddling, whatever the workshop is about. I don't want the talking so much of like the instructions. Like I already know. It feels like being stuck in school. I cannot do this vibration anymore. I was like stuck in school for too long. I have trauma. Where like you sit on a chair and you cannot leave. So that's why I got so good at bypassing and going in space and, you know, other dimensions to not be there because I didn't want to be there. So that's why I'm also grateful for school. So I developed this skill so greatly. All right, inner walk for 1 hour. We talked yesterday about why I had a little fear around it. About like an actual meditation practice because I go so far. Like I go in kind of full DMT state. And this is what happened yesterday too. That first my physical ego mind wants to hold on. Like I'm in control. Let's think about what we will eat later. Let's give me 3 options. And then I like think everything through and then like, okay, there's not much more to think. Now I like am bored. And now I like, okay, give over the suit to my higher self. And my higher self is like, finally. And there's nothing you need to be afraid of. And then it actually feels like smoking DMT. Like the state when I smoke DMT and I'm about to blast off is so weird because the ego literally goes to side. Our physical ego mind that it just is here to keep us in this reality. That's like the whole job of the ego. The negative ego is like thinking, I'm in charge of everything, like I'm also the higher self and I know what's good for me. No, that's not what the ego is there for. It's literally just to keep us in physical reality that I can walk there and say, I want to buy a croissant, €2.50, here, doing like all these things. That is all the ego is designed to. The rest is our bigger self, our soul, our higher self, same. So I give the space, the suit, more and more to my higher self, and it's really trippy because it's like you really have to surrender. And again, surrendering is not like wah! Surrender to the control, the higher control, the control we already have on our higher self. We just have to like give it space. But it's tough because the physical ego mind wants to like, I want to feel powerful too. I want to feel in charge. You are little ego. You are so powerful. I'm just joking. I mean, it's you have to have humor. At a certain point, you have to have humor. So yeah. Anyways, it got really trippy, and then this was exactly what I needed. Like walking there for an hour, and like what is time? It didn't feel like an hour. I got so in spirit and getting all the downloads I wanted to get, and were also getting, but on a slower pace because I was distracting myself a little bit with life. Like, when I'm on the scooter and listening to music, I pay attention to the road and also to the music. So I get the downloads, but there is like I cause distractions. And don't get me wrong, riding a scooter, listening to music is amazing, but I'm just on this alien journey, and there are like big downloads that want to come through. And this is my permission slip, having a meditation practice where I can receive huge downloads where I don't need to be so conscious. So I can have a lot of space and let them in. And this, my friends, created a lot of clarity. And I left the hour feeling like really clear. And then could do so much more intentionally, like my phone hustle, listening to music, sending voice messages, doing my WhatsApp, doing my emails, like all these things. Because the big downloads, like the heavy lifting, was out of the way for the day, kinda. So I could do the human stuff even more present. And this feels amazing. So giving to both things full space, so we can be at both things more present. Like in physical 3D reality and in spirit. So this is amazing. I want to keep going. I'm going to commit to 3 days for 1 hour, and then I will see. Either I will continue walking, what I have a feeling I will, but I'm gonna stick to a meditation practice. Like I'm gonna keep you up to date. I want to keep doing these updates daily, by the way. This is also, that came up yesterday. My physical mind was still thinking, wow, these daily updates are really powerful. I want to keep going. And then my physical mind was like, what about German? So I was like, maybe I do like every now and then an update in German. But then there's such a beauty about doing it every single day that this is actually a safe space for you. And for me. Like accountability, showing up, discipline that keeps us grounded, and that I'm speaking for you now, that I'm here for you. That every day you can count on me. And I don't want to make like a promise, like if there's something that I cannot do it, I cannot do it. But right now I'm really committed to keep doing them daily. It's every day, bro. Every single day. So whatever you're going through, hey, Ferdi's right there, and I can hang out with him on this vibration. And this is a safe vibration. He has no fear that tries to get in you. None of that shit. Yeah, it's pretty awake. Ferdi sharing his awake journey. But why do you think you love it so much? Because you're that awake too. Like we're waking up. And you're wanting a space for where you can linger in this vibration in a safe way, because the world is professional at creating unsafe spaces where you thought you're like, oh, I want to linger there, and then you have something more to shake off. This is not here. Yeah, there might be things that trigger you, but right now I speak to my alien savages. I don't speak to the people that are not wanting to get me because they still refuse to wake up. I'm not speaking to those right now. I speak to my alien savages. And you get me. And you love that. And it doesn't really trigger you. You just feel safe here. You feel seen. And it feels good. And you also remember a lot about who you are, this journey, clarity, all these things. Let's take a deep sip. Okay, this was the warm-up. Now, shall we get into some heavy lifting? Okay, I'm just gonna read my notes. It hurts me when women calling me a bad man and stuff. I I stayed pretty much silent after Britney's podcast out of respect. It's less about me and more about her needing to validate and justify her feelings. So creating those huge stories and huge big words like betray, gaslighting, etc. One day we will tell the story from a healed point of view, and you will see, my friends. Like, yeah, I mostly remained a gentleman, taking all the hits, taking all the L's, and not, like, when I first watched Britney's podcast, I was like, I'm gonna make a reaction podcast to that and tell how it actually happened. Like, you know, there is like my reality based on my beliefs, my reality bubble, and your reality based on your belief structure. And there is something that is called the consensus agreement of what like actually happened. And I love to talk about not getting caught up in stories, opening the storybook and creating huge stories to justify my feelings, because then they are justified. Because I created this story, but this is not what happened, necessarily. What like actually happened. And this is what I would love to tell eventually. But I get why these stories are really important. Because looking at your stuff directly, like what I'm doing is really challenging. That you like own up. That you like take responsibility. This is really hard. Because many people are not at this point where they like really solidly love themselves. And they think if they can own up to things, it destroys them. It takes something away from them. But when you're like solid in your power, you know, no one can take anything away from you. I can sit here and share my emotions raw during the process, and you can talk whatever shit. It's not taking anything away from me. And don't get me wrong, like, for my inner child, it does hurt when I read so much shit. It does. But I also can handle it because of what I just talked about. And I also have many permission slips that help me. Like when I go in the comments, I energetically suit up. So I can see through. Like in the comments, I'm not necessarily so hard open. So I can see through. And then I have solid people that reflect me, where I'm like really hard open and let it all in. And don't get me wrong, I still like let your comments in a lot. That's why I'm hurting as well. And I allow that. Because it like I want to feel connected to you. I want to stay reachable. But I'm just like, I just see vibrations, literally. My third eye is wide open and I see belief structures visually. So you cannot hide it. You cannot hide anything from me. It's probably important that you hate me right now to get it all out of your system and can rise up together with Britney as she is healing herself right now. Ooh, yeah. And this goes for all, let's call the wounded feminine, the hurt feminine. And don't get me wrong, I get that. Like I spent the last 1.5 years with Britney. Like I get how much women have been hurt by, let's just call it, old world masculinity. Horrible. Oh my God. All the rights to be hurt if shit like that happened to you. But then if you stay like that, creating like victimhood, it's not getting better. And you can justify it because this thing happened to me back then. And that's great. I feel you. This is horrible. But you need to like step out of that. And you can only do that yourself. And what I see it energetically, vibrationally is that Britney is like helping so many women that got hurt by men big time, creating all these stories, whatever, like really amplifying them. And of course, there's always truth to these stories. But it's like what actually happened versus this is the story and I use these big words and I twisted here and twisted there so we can have a scapegoat and it's Ferdi and he's a narcissist and he's toxic and he's dangerous and he's... What else am I? Egocentric maniac. Is he Adolf Hitler in his reincarnation? Maybe. So we can have a scapegoat. So we can put all the stuff there. This is like the first step in looking at it. Because if we first look at ourselves, it's often too much. It overwhelms our system. So we need to like put it somewhere where it's safe. And I'm actually safe. Like I'm not like fighting back with like on this vibration where the great thing is I don't know you. Like if you're watching right now, I don't know your stuff. And I could like make it obvious. And then it like really hurts you. I'm not doing that. I'm safe. I'm just like causing realization here. I'm telling you the energy of what is happening. And this is that it's so important what Britney does to gather all the wounded feminine and then like talk about me, for example, how horrible I am. And then what she's doing now, she's hardcore on a healing journey. And she's taking you along. So you can heal together. And this was always my life theme, to like take the hits. Why? Because someone gotta take it, and it takes people that can hold it. Like Jake Paul, he can hold it. For his brother, it was like really challenging when he got like so hated and cancelled. So he went like more commercial again, which is also great. So much respect for Logan Paul as well, don't get me wrong. But for me, I don't follow him so much anymore because he became so commercial for me with Prime and WWE, like wrestling. Whereas his little brother, Jake Paul, system disruptor, industry disruptor, hardcore. And he can fucking hold it because let me tell you, many people, when they get a lot of hate, they crumble. And let me tell you, I've been through a lot of shit. Like when the hardest was when mainstream news made me the scapegoat of, I started a whatever, like alien cult or what was it, Bashar cult here on the island or a sex cult, all the same. That like Julian Zietlow got like a little protected that Ferdi is the scapegoat, he's the devil, it's his fault, we can all hate him. And oh my god, story views, whoop, up to 60Ks, thousands and thousands of messages of like really nasty stuff. Like so much, but not just like hate against me, but like this really nasty stuff where they're like threatening to do something to my girlfriend back then, like Britney, you know? Like this, like, oh, and like getting like sued and stuff, like this was a so big shout out to Britney because she was there for me. Like even where I thought they were friends, they took down podcasts of us because they're like in the fear, I need to protect my company, so I cannot associate with you. I'm like, fuck you. This like really hurt me. This was a really dark time for me. And I made it through. And I'm here. And I'm always coming back in my power because I don't know anything else. And I want to take everyone along because just being in my power is a lonely place if people are not. And I want to connect, but I refuse to go back into victimhood myself or whatever. I'm going to hold my hand out. And I'm so happy that you alien savages are fucking crushing it. And I'm talking to you right now, my alien savages. So much respect for you. Like yesterday I sent voice messages to Eve back and forth. And she is so in her power, like my little star sister. I was like, you are the most amazing example for how to follow your highest excitement and how it's like working out in the best way ever. Like she's in Berlin. And she's gonna move soon in my apartment, and she started to work with handicapped people, and like this is all bringing her so much joy, and she's learning so much and making money, and she's doing the meetups every Friday, like the meetups that I started in Berlin in the park. Like she continues those every week, and connecting to so many people and experiencing so much stuff. It's so wow. I'm like, Eve, you're like crushing it, and like she's also a really good feedback person for me. I asked her about Eve, like my podcast in German or English. What do you like more? And she actually said English, even though she's German. I was like, wow. Because she's also, like all my Germans, English is great, don't you get it? You're improving your English because my English got really solid. And this is easy English as well. Like I speak crystal clear. So this, yeah, I just love having actual friends that see me, that support me, we support each other, and their feedback is what matters to me. Like, this is what I learned. When like thousands and thousands of people hate me, just vomit, again, sober ayahuasca place, give me all your shit because I can hold it. I'm not crumbling on it. Because it's like, if I crumble, they go to the next person until we all crumble. And then it's like the blind leading the blind again. No, we need to fucking awaken and hold it to sing each other home. So don't be afraid of the dream. Don't be afraid to wake up. And don't be afraid to stay awake. Because there are many that have awakened and you're not alone anymore. There's no need to try to go back asleep. Most of you can't. Why do you think you keep watching this? Because it brings you back. Even though you're hating me and you're saying, I'm gonna stop watching you now. I'm gonna unfollow you. Bye bye. Why are you still here? And I'm not fronting you. I'm just explaining you why you're still here. Because your brother, your sister are fucking awake as fuck. You are a fellow starseed. You're a fellow light warrior, light worker. Or I call them alien savages. Whatever you want to call them. And if you have a great explanation of what this all is, I'm almost done with the audiobook. It's from my good friend Elizabeth April. It's called You're Not Dying, You're Just Waking Up. And she speaks also such easy English. She's actually native. She's from California. And in such a easy, light way. And she's so solid. Like, oh my God. And it's also 100% safe. So if you want more explanation on all this awakening stuff, it's not woo-woo. It's not pseudo. It's not spiri. This is just like what it is. We're waking up in the timeline. It is what it is. There's no big deal about it. And all my friends, they live in the new earth vibration. It's just like, maybe you feel really alone. So you're like, oh, this is crazy. I brush it off, but I feel it. Why don't I come out of the closet? Come here. I hold my hand. It's safe. So... yeah, I feel like I explained that well. I don't want to go into it further because it's just like, then I just feel like it's too triggering. I feel like this was already triggering enough. So I'm just stating the importance of people hating me, and I just keep responding with love. So we can actually like get it out of our system and realize and heal it. And I will always have my hand out to you, sister, out to you, brother. And yeah, there might come this point where you, let's say, healed enough, realized enough, and then you can host me, that your comments or whatever hurt me. And now I can hold it because I see the bigger picture, but I don't always want to see the bigger picture. I also like to be in my pain body and my inner kid and be like, hey, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I'm so excited for all these future ceremonies where we all in person come together and we're like hosting each other. And we can hug and we can dive into deep brotherhood, deep sisterhood, and live in tribe and be family. Like, this is what we all crave. Okay, let's read a comment. Please be aware of your spiritual ego coming back. That is saying that you're more awake than anyone else. You can even live a woke life in the Matrix, living a normal life. You can even live a woke life in the Matrix, living a normal life. I think actually you said it a few podcasts ago. There's no need to compare yourself with others or saying you're more awake than this person, etc. Please watch your spiritual ego. I responded, thank you. Could you name a timestamp when I'm doing this? Would help. Yes, please. If you're feeling like my spiritual ego is coming back, please help me. Name a timestamp. Because I'm really watching closely that it doesn't, that I stay humble. And I've now a big support team, my friends, that like watch my stuff, watch me, and keep me in check. So please, yeah, if you feel like my spiritual ego is coming back, then please name a timestamp where you noticed it. But I feel like many confuse it with just me being in my power, and this vibration is triggering as fuck. So let's put a label on it so I don't need to like step in my power myself. It's spiritual ego. Like, yes, I am not more awake than you. No one is more awake than anyone else. We're all equals. And we all have a different puzzle piece. Like, you go higher, we're all one. And we come down here and we create the illusion of separation, where you and I, we're two different people. We go a little higher, we're one. But now here we have the illusion of separation, so you have something I don't have, and I have something you don't have. We're like two different pieces. And seeing our core, our unique identity of who I am, Ferdi, you know my vibration, this is me, hi. And you, maybe you haven't discovered that yet fully. And this is like stepping in your power, this is what it means. And I need you, brother. I need you, sister. I need you in your power, because if you're not in your power, you're like an NPC. You're like everyone else, swimming with the masses. You're a slave, basically, living in bondage. Watch The Matrix. I need you in your power. And then you are unique and you have a power no one else possesses. And yeah, sure, we go on a higher level, we're one. And even higher, we're all one, you know? But we have the beauty of illusion of separation. So I can talk to you like, hi, how are you? And I don't know how you're going to respond, and free will. Like, this is fun. This game is so fun. But like, yeah, we're all equal. And I'm speaking here out of my power. Like this, like being so alien, whatever, is my power. And I'm really not good at many other things where I need a lot of help. So I encourage you, step in your power, brother, step in your power, sister. Let's come all together. And it's so fun. The new earth is a co-creation. It doesn't belong to a person or like some rulers or whatever. No, it's a co-creation of all of us. And we contribute with our power. And of course, we're just having fun being seen as our humanness of who we are. Like, hey, I'm this, and we're vibing and we're having fun. And also, I have like a gift. And this is like my work, my soul work. And it's selfish to not share your gifts. Like, if you have a gift inside of you, your highest excitement, you're not sharing it, it's selfish. Please, get in your touch with your belief system, like your fear-based beliefs that are preventing you to share your gifts, your excitement, and see the fear doesn't make sense and start sharing it. Like, I could be so fearful to make these podcasts because I could let people's fear get inside my head. Oh, what I'm doing is actually trash. I'm a horrible person. I'm whatever. And then I would believe it. And I wouldn't share that. And then you would sit there and like, where's Ferdi's new video? I get a lot out of it. Fuck, he's selfish. He got into the fear. Good news. I refuse. And I invite you to do the same. Oh my god, Ferdi's back. Oh my god, Ferdi's... Oh, this is all ego speaking. Oh my god, his ego. Look, he got a gold chain. Such a ego. Let's take a deep sip. Is this real or is this fake? Am I asleep or am I awake? What is the difference? Mic drop. Boom. Yeah, this line, credit to Diesel Automatic. It's from his song Between Worlds. I'm living in between worlds. It's a really good song. Like Diesel Automatic, if you're watching, step more on your power, brother. Like, you have so much power inside of you. Like, when you channel those songs, they're like these certain songs you make. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, do whatever excites you. I love you unconditionally. Whatever songs you're creating. It's just, this is ways. Like, these songs I love. I'm living in between worlds. Okay, let's check my list. Yeah, I think that's it. I feel really complete. I'm excited to read your comments. Here's the lighter. This was my turn of the sharing round. And now it is your turn in the comments down below. Or many of you feel safer writing me an Insta DM. I love it the most if it's public. Let's all share it. Because I get like the most love in Insta DMs. I'm like, don't hide it. I need more alien savages down in the comments. Otherwise, there's too much purging. So let's keep it balanced. But yeah, whatever makes you the most comfortable, always do that. Honor your body. So Insta DM, on WhatsApp, or in the comments. Emails, rather not. I check them not so often. But also I get a lot of emails. So, but then I maybe read it in a week or so. But yeah, thanks for listening. I see you here tomorrow. Like, this is a safe space. You can count on me. Like, I'm going to keep going. Like, first I was like, I'm going to do it tomorrow in English. And I'm like, no, if I do one in German, I'm going to let you know before. So this is creating safety in your body. That tomorrow, I'm gonna be here. And if not, there's some emergency, but I'm like reliable as fuck. Since ayahuasca, I haven't skipped a day. Thanks for listening. Until next time, peace out.